Toxic positivity can be defined as avoiding, suppressing, or rejecting negative emotions or experiences, insisting on positive thinking. In other words, it is a rejection of the objective reality. In 1986, the Soviet Union was struggling to manage what would become the greatest nuclear disaster in history. Chernobyl Reactor 4 had exploded, but to the members of the Soviet Union, that was impossible.
It's all that matters.
There is no core. It exploded. The core exploded.
He's in shock. Get him out of here.
But then, when it became clear that something was wrong, the Soviet Party leaders lied to the rest of the world about the severity of the accident until they couldn't hide it anymore. Eventually, the truth came out. There's a quote from the HBO miniseries about the disaster that has stuck with me ever since I heard it. When the truth offends, we lie and lie until we can no longer remember that it isn't even there, but it is still there. Every lie incurs a debt to the truth. Sooner or later, that debt is paid. With all that being said, let's talk about the SWTOR community, huh? Specifically, what I would like to call the arbiters of that community. Not going to name names here because I'm not that petty and because I didn't want to make this video to start drama, but I was encouraged by several people, including my lovely wife, to talk about this because they all had the same reaction I did. Complete and utter disbelief. I have been nose deep in DaVinci Resolve and Blender working on a new lore video, a Flashpoint location guide, and a much longer video about the intricacies of pitching an MMORPG. I was feeling good, and I was excited to share this content with the community. And in an effort to kind of get this out there, I joined the quote-unquote official SWTOR Discord, specifically the Discord for the subreddit r/SWTOR. I want to be clear that they say that they aren't the official Discord server because it isn't run by Broadsword, but it is run by the people who are part of the r/SWTOR subreddit, and several Broadsword employees are in the server. So whether or not they are an actual official server is truly irrelevant. New players end up on this server. They are essentially acting as the front-facing community for the game. They even have a content creator role in the server, including several content creators that I actually know. But before I go on, I would like to direct you to the rules they have for people who want to apply for the content creator role. 1. A content creator should have a notable amount of Star Wars The Old Republic content exceeding at least 3 months worth of time. Content does not have to be exclusively Star Wars The Old Republic, but should be the dominating content produced. 2. A content creator should create original content. We do not accept meme producing, clipping images and slapping text on it, remixing other content, or other media which is low effort or incredibly low quality attempts. 3. A content creator should produce content on a regular basis, not necessarily a schedule, but at a degree of frequency. 4. We will not take into account content creators' following, subscribers, and viewership numbers. These numbers do not reflect a creator's content quality and dedication, the two things we like to consider best. Pretty solid guidelines in my opinion. After reading these, I determined that I qualify, not to mention that I had been in this server before and was given the role in the past before I had actually grown my channel. So I thought this was a no-brainer. So I go through the process and apply. Excited to share my upcoming videos with the community. And even have people who don't necessarily agree with me or my positions to discuss them with me, because after all, that's what we're here to do. I went an entire week without hearing a word back. But whatever, right? People don't live at their computers and the mods are humans with lives. Maybe I just got lost in the pile. So I apply again. This time I got a reply the same day. Denied. Now I'm not going to lie. At this point, some alarm bells are ringing. I hadn't done anything, so I figured this must be a mistake. So I replied to the mod bot, but I figured I wasn't going to get a clear response from the bot. So I reached out to a mod with this message right here. Just over an hour later, I received a response from the bot. Excuse me? I don't know if it's just because I recently just got done watching Chernobyl, but it feels like I literally just got Soviet Unioned. It is the official position of the community that the game is fine. Any negative talkers are simply chasing algorithms. Let's break down this whole message. Hello there. While we are generally fine with people being critical of the game, full stop right there. No, you're not. I've yet to see any pushback on the devs for anything that they've done. Just yes-anding everything they do. I've been following a lot of the major SWTOR content creators for a long time. I have yet to see, especially recently, anyone do any real criticizing. In fact, the last time I saw someone do some real criticizing, they were kicked out of the official content creator program. We do not want the overwhelming majority of the content by creators we partner with to frequent use doomer-styled titles for clicks. So they're calling me a doomer and saying that I have doomer-style thumbnails and titles. But I'm not being a doomer. They're calling me a doomer because I dislike the changes and I don't like what they're doing, and I'm vocal about it. They don't like that, and that's blatant and obvious, because if you guys thought I was just a doomer, you would just let me continue to shout into a vacuum. We count 5 videos for SWTOR in the last 3 months, with only 1 being positively phrased. Yeah, I wonder why there's only been 1 positive video recently. Wow. That's a real mystery, huh? While we understand that controversial content is excellent for the algorithm, it is not the type of content we wish to endorse. This immediately infuriated me, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt like a personal attack. They completely invalidated my videos by essentially claiming that I was algorithm chasing. We wish to see creators who would lift the community and aim to better the experience for players, even if that comes from criticism of the game. It's literally what I'm trying to do. Do you think that my goal in making these videos that are critical of the game is to bring the game down and discourage people from playing? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. I bring people into this game every day. I have taken multiple new players underneath my wing because, as I said before, I've been in this game for a long time. So me being critical of the game is because I'm trying to uplift people. I want the game to be better so that we all can enjoy it. In almost all of my videos, I say how much I like the game. If I didn't want to uplift the community, I wouldn't even be doing this. I want the game to be the best that it can be. We aren't going to get there with "Is SWTOR worth playing in current year" videos. You're still, of course, more than welcome to share your content in the community videos channel. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, we'll see how welcome I am after this. I've been in this game since 2011. I was defending this game before everyone decided to get on this copium train. So when I hear them say uplifting, what it really means is, why can't you just accept the slop and tell people about the new alien skin colors? Those are great. Ignore the fact that we've been stuck in the same story for the past 3 years. Ignore the fact that the 10-year anniversary was a sham and it was garbage. We haven't had a story content in almost a year. In-game PvE is a joke. PvPers and PvP in general has been completely abandoned, and group content is being systematically dismantled. But we all have new Andor cartel market items. This is great, guys. Talk about that. Talk about the cartel market items some more. See, here's the thing. I believe in the free market of ideas, in that if it's a bad take or a bad idea, then people will shout it down. But I'm going to tell you right now, I feel pretty good about my ideas, judging by my channel and others like it. I'm not alone in my feelings or my criticisms. And I think that's really what's scary for some of you. As I end this video, I just have a few things to say to the cabal of smiley masked arbiters of the SWTOR community. Hiding behind positivity isn't a good thing. What it really is is cowardice. It avoids reality, but eventually reality catches up to you. What's even worse is that it seems like you can't stand to have a dissenting voice in your midst, which is the really scary part. Toxic positivity is going to kill this game. You are going to kill this game. And just like with that reactor at Chernobyl, there's going to be fallout. And this game will be buried, gone, and forgotten because you people refuse to stand up and demand something better than the slop that they're giving us. And it'll be your fault. I refuse to remain complicit. I love SWTOR, and I have since 2008, and I'm not going anywhere. Also, if you happen to catch videos by the other content creators who I informed about this, as you can tell, I have friends everywhere. And if any of you have the guts to challenge my ideas, you know where to find me. Also, none of this applies to /JawaFace. I love all your stuff. Please keep making this stuff. John Man makes me smile.